Welcome to the rocks of Maryland. Wait, what? Maryland has rocks? I mean, the last 2 days we haven't seen a potato-sized rock. I think they just took them all and brought them right here on this ridge in Maryland. But Buzz is up ahead. He says this is the end of it. But yeah, no, it slows you down a little bit when you're trying not to you know, fall in between any big rocks. You know, breaking ankles, twisting knees, all that good stuff. But that was, I have to say, the first real technical hiking of Maryland. To where you weren't just walking on a usually 10-foot wide trail. Buzz, I'm recording you right now, so now would be like the worst time to trip and fall. Or slip. Or tumble. Multi-purposing, multitasking.
Yeah, as long as you stick the landing, you're good.
Hiking and eating at the same time. Hiking hiking and filming.
This isn't bad here.
We've definitely discovered we're here in Maryland during the weekend, and there are a lot of people on this trail. We've run past nearly probably a dozen Boy Scout troops or youth groups. The shelter last night had 3 campsites. Shelter, all 3 campsites was full of tents. Buzz, it was 3 people in the shelter, and I was out hanging in a tree behind the shelter. So I can see how this trail gets a lot of use with the road access it has. And you know, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, maybe Maryland just doesn't have that many scenic trails to walk and hike on. But yeah, it did not rain last night.
Here's some rocks we're not walking on.
And it's not yet rained today, so all is good. Walking through, I think, the first field we've had in Maryland.
This cow over there.
There's cows! Moo! There's a tan one, a black one, and a spotted one. Mini cow. Yeah, like we said, we've been real pleased with what we've had in Maryland. There's just been, you know, some little rocks slowed us down, but it wasn't miles and miles of it, so we're still moving along. Here someone comes this way. You know, houses all around. We got some cell phone signal for the most part. Buzz is back there. I think Buzz is back there.
Oh, hey, I'm over here. Yeah, you went a little bit too far. Okay, now you go back a bit. There you go.
There's Buzz.
Hi, Rayanne, Sid Vicious, Dylan, Thomas, everybody back in Fairbanks. It's not freezing here. There's no snow.
It's like 80 degrees.
It's 80 degrees and hot. And there's ticks.
We haven't seen any yet, though.
No, but we get reports.
How's it going? I believe this is Foxville Road. And someone left a couple gallons of water. It says Freshwater Trail Magic. Thank you.
Thank you very
We
much.
appreciated it. We filtered up, just a smart water bottle of it, me and Buzz each. So that will keep us going for until Antietam Creek.
Yep.
And that's where we'll get all our water for tonight and some for tomorrow morning while we get to the shelter. So whoever left that, again, thank you very much. Trail Magic is amazing. We are at the Raven Rock Shelter, Northern Maryland. This thing is solid. It is, I guess, relatively new, very well maintained, and beautiful. And I'm going to put my hammock out there because I'm crazy like that. Anyways, we were walking today and met these two people working with the PATC. What were y'all doing today?
Well, hi, I'm Richard Heath. I'm with the Potomac Appalachian Trail Club. I'm with the Trail Patrol. And the Trail Patrol has two main functions. The one thing we do is we hike the trails and we check out the condition of the trails. And if we can clean them, if there's blowdowns, small blowdowns or something, if I can clean them with my handsaw or clip out the briars out of the trail, I get those. I note any problems that are bigger than what I can handle. I take pictures, file a report when I get done, and the folks with the chainsaws come out, and the heavy lifters come out and clean those off. And then I check things out like the shelter that we're at and the privies and the area and make sure everything is still in good shape. So basically do a lot of trail maintenance. That's one of the things I do. The other main thing I do is meet with the hiking public like yourself. Especially want to talk with through hikers, section hikers along the Appalachian Trail here, and see what it is that see how you're doing, get your inputs. I've gotten some good inputs from several of you today about the shelters and about things to do with the trail, and so I like getting that kind of input. So those are two main things, and then we also, our group in general, the Trail Patrol, we also maintain what's called the Ridge Runners. We hire 6 people full-time from April to September to do various sections, sail on various sections of the Appalachian Trail from I-64 in Virginia up to Pine Grove in Pennsylvania. So we cover those areas, so they make sure you get some presence on the trail too. So that's mostly what I'm doing out here today.
All right. And a little quick question for you. I know y'all volunteer y'all's time and service for this, and greatly thank you. You've said it in the things before. Without volunteers maintaining the trail, it would not be what it is today. The question is, though, how often do you or people from your club come out to do what you're doing today? Once a week, once a month, or? Well,
so the Trail Patrol, the members of Trail Patrol so we're all volunteers, and so it's when we get available and when we can come out and hit the trail. Last year, I think our numbers were. I think we covered 1,500 miles, something like that, of trails among the whole group of Trail Patrol folks. The ones that did the most patrols, one guy did basically 52 patrols, but he only has a 2-mile section. Does Wolf Trap Farm Park, and he does that every week or so. But everybody else can go wherever they want, and so the PATC takes care of 240 miles of the Appalachian Trail, and we take care of over 1,000 miles overall in the Mid-Atlantic. And so it's a lot of miles.
It's the biggest club.
Yeah.
Handling
7,700 members.
The longest section of the trail.
Yeah, but Trail Patrol, we only there's only they're trying to get a handle on the number of trail patrollers who are active at the moment, and there's probably 40, 50 of them that are fairly active. So it's all volunteers, and we go out when we can. But that's just the Trail Patrol. I mean, we also have there are also the groups that do the actual trail clearing and building. We have sections that do. That come out with picks and spend a week and moving rocks and everything else to build rebuild the trails, and we have the guys that come out with that a number of folks have a 2 or 3 mile section of the trail that they patrol themselves several times a year at least, and they're the ones with a chainsaw on their back, and they go out, and some of them have you know, some of the blowdowns you have to get a 2-man saw. Especially in Shenandoah National Park, there's a lot of wilderness areas. We can't take chainsaws there. We have to take hand saws there.
Yeah.
So you got a 2.5-foot tree, and you got to have a couple guys on the end of a handsaw working that for quite a while to get through that. And we also then we maintain all the shelters, and we also have over 40 cabins that we rent, and that's where we really get a lot of revenue from the rental of the cabins to be able to put shelters like this up and maintain them.
Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. And like I said, we just coming out of Shenandoah's. I took a slow through the Shenandoah's. Took 9 days to go through the Shenandoah's. Beautiful. So far, the best section of trails. And I remember seeing a sign right there at the northern register box. You know, it's like Shenandoah's maintained by the PATC. And then I went, you know, I cranked up the camera. It's like, wow, the PATC, y'all just did amazing through the Shenandoah's. And then I went about 120 yards, and then I couldn't find the trail, and it was like a big rock, you know, just dropped down right there.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it because there was a tree that had fallen like from below the cliff up onto the cliff, and all its pine-needly branches were sitting like between you and me was like the trail. And I'm just up here, you know, because the tree wasn't dead, because it was still touching the ground, and I was just like, where's the trail? I was lost up there for an hour before somebody's like, oh, well, it goes down right here past this tree. And I'm like, well, I was saying some not good things about the PATC right after I said awesome things about the PATC. But no, I went back and corrected it. But again, thank you for your volunteer, and you're out here. You have love for the trail. Have you ever through hiked the AT?
I have not. I spent a 40-year career with the federal government. I retired 2 years ago, and now I'm too old to think about such things. But I really enjoy talking with those of you.
Never too old.
Yeah, well,
never too old.
Tell my legs and knees that I've had 2 knee surgeries, and you know, two in each knee, and one in the neck. So I just day hikes are about all I can handle. Then I have to take a few down days to recover.
Okay, well.
So.
All right.
But we do love what we do, and we're a good sized club, so we like being out here.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your service.
Yep. Thank you.